Hey, welcome. My name is Jerry Martin. For those who don't know me, a little bit about me. I've been blessed to own over 21 fitness centers in the last 11 years, which has been truly amazing. Out of that, we was able to create a app for gym owners to teach their clients retention, hold them accountable, also hold their team accountable so nobody falls through the cracks. That is my Fit members. And then I've been blessed to coach a retention program. So I'm really passionate about retention. I've dove into it for the last couple of years, and it's a whole mindset game. And what we teach is actually how to have a member-run club, to get the buy-in of your members so they can help you run your club. And then we really get you entrenched in your community outside your club, because that's what's going to really build you a good retention base and those organic forever, ever organic leads. But today we're going to talk about is the free 6-week challenge that's running rampant out there and how it is killing your business. And I know all of us have this shiny object syndrome that we go after that upfront money at first. And as I talk to these owners, they keep telling me about it, and I'm like, oh my God, are you not seeing the big picture? And so I haven't said anything. It's been weighing on me. And I believe God's got me going. He's like, dude, anyway, whether you believe it's a God thing, I don't know, but it's just been weighing on me. So I wanted to shoot this video and kind of go through and show you how it is killing your business. Now, this may be a 20-minute long video, but hang in there. If you're doing this program, you definitely want to hang in here, because the long-term effects is killing your business. And so let me explain what we have going on here first. So this is Gym A, Gym B. And so this is the Gym A is running the free 6-week challenge. So this up here is your city, your community, your people you're pulling from. You know, we all have this amount of people that we're able to pull from in our community, and some move out and some move in, but majority, we got a good stick rate with about 80% of the people who stay in your community, especially in your small town. That's a different ball game. And so then this is our funnel, and this is a gym that has 150 members in it already, and their average EFTs, what they want to try to get is $150 a month, which is their monthly membership. So now we're going to go through the numbers first, and then we're going to go through how it is killing your retention, because everybody's about numbers, right? So let's show you the numbers and kind of go through this. So when you run this challenge, you advertise free weight loss challenge, and we'll get into that in just a minute. Free weight loss challenge. You've been through that, done it. And you spend, an average, some will spend $800 to up to $3,000 on Facebook ads to get 200 leads. And so if you get those 200 leads, that's awesome. Then you go in and you want to see if you can set up at least a half of that, 100 appointments out of those leads. Now that takes a lot of time, so I put $2,000 worth of man hours that it's going to take to sit down with each one of these and see if you can close them, all right? So we get 100 in, we sit down with them, we yield 50 into the challenge. So 50 signed up, 50 didn't. 50 didn't want to take the challenge because it's not free, but that's another discussion we'll have in just a minute. And so we're looking at 50, and the average is about $299. Some are charging $399, some are charging $499. I want to be very conservative with these numbers so you don't look like I'm padding any numbers, so you can really see. So I'm going to do an average of $299. We're going to round up so we have some round numbers at $300. So that's $15,000 up front that you made. Now they'll run these things back to back. So this is the first one. They'll run another one 2 weeks later, and they could bring in $30,000 in a month period of time, which is amazing. That sounds awesome, right? $30,000 in 30 days? Awesome. So, but that's where we get tricked up at. We don't think long term. And every time I look at something, I want to look at long term, a year down the road, but it's going to look like 2 years down the road. Because if you're building a business, you want to go long term. And so, so you have 50 people in your challenge at average of $300. That's great. Now what they're doing at about 3 weeks into the challenge, because it's been hard to close these people, again, we're talking that if they lose 20 pounds, they get their money back. So they're betting basically that $300 that if they lose 20 pounds, they get their money back. If they don't lose 20 pounds, they usually don't get their money back. So what they're doing to try to get more people to stay with them, they're going in about week 3 and going after these clients and say, look, if you decide to move forward and stay with us, it looks like you may be hitting a poundage or you may not. If you move with us, what we'll do, we'll take that $300 and apply it to the next year membership, which sounds amazing to them, really. So what happens is you have $300 that they're going to, you do times 12, so that's, divided by 12, so that's $25 a person that is taken off their EFTs. And then we got to consider that we just gave away 6 weeks for free. We just totally said, here's 6 weeks of my training inside my program for totally free. Take it. And so we're going to take that 6 weeks and we're going to divide that up because we get an average of $150 a month. So that's going to be $225. And you do that divided by 12. And so as you look, we're going to be hitting about $45 off of our monthly EFT. So it gets our monthly EFT down to a whopping $105. $105 a month for training that you should be getting $150. Now some clubs charge higher. Again, I'm using moderate numbers. So if you've taken your EFTs and dropped them down to $105, I don't know about you, but as many years I've been running the business, EFTs are king. The problem is it's $15,000, you're going to spend it. And it'd be great if you left it in the bank. That way it offsets everything and everything starts running, but you're going to spend it, unfortunately. And then 6 months from now, 8 months from now, you're stuck with a low EFTs coming in. So what happens here is you have your EFT. So let's say you close 30 of them into your program, which is 105 EFTs a month, $105 EFT a month. That's $37,800 for the year, right? So you combine all these numbers, you take away the ad spend, the labors, you're looking about $49,800 that you have yielded for that year, providing everybody stays on, okay? And this is just fictional if everybody stays on. All right, so that is cool. So 49,000, so that's not a bad day. That's the numbers you see people posting and stuff like that is what they're doing on the front end in their EFT drafts. So, and this is again, 1 6-week challenge. All right, so what happens though is your members here, they lose all the love. They don't get squats. They get forgotten about because all your time and effort is right here. All your team's time and effort is right here. And you're losing members out the bottom. Now I'm going to be conservative on this and say that you're going to lose 20 members. Now 20 members times $150 a month, that is $36,000 a year of EFTs. If you lose 20 members, you're losing $36,000 a year EFTs. So if you take $36,000, take it away from that $49,800, you're going to yield $13,800 for that year off one challenge. Now again, if you multiply these things out, you're going to see what happens on these numbers, but let's stick with a year. Now the problem is again that you're losing here these clients. Okay, now let's talk about the retention effects and how it's killing your business. So first of all, these 50 members that come in and didn't sell right here, you only sold 50, you had 50 right here, they got tricked, they got fooled, they got lied to. And again, we're in this belief that, well, these 50 people wouldn't bought. But I'm going to tell you, and I'd ask you this question right here, and you got to ask yourself honestly this question. If I put an ad out there that says, hey, I got a free coaching program that's going to yield you, it's going to add $10,000 a month to your draft, and it is 100% free. Make an appointment now. And I get you on the phone, we start going through the program, and I say, whoa, back up. It's not free. We're going to bet on this. So I'm going to charge you $10,000, and not that I charge that much, I'm just using round numbers. I'm going to charge you $10,000, and the goal is if we can get your EFTs, you're going to help, you can get your EFTs up this next month or next 2 months, $10,000, I'm going to give you that back. It's totally free. But if not, I'm going to keep that money. Now you're a smart person and I'm a smart person, and just out of principle alone, no matter if I have the money or not, and I want to take the bet, I'm not going to do it. And so we're led to believe that these people right here wouldn't have bought anyway. There's some smart people here that just have integrity, have pride, and they didn't like what they got put into. And so what happens is, you know what happens, 50 people tell 5 of their friends they got ripped off. You got 250 people causing a cancer in your market up here. 250 people just got bad news about how bad your location is. Let's go deeper in that. Now we have the 20 here that you set up, that you said if you lose 20 pounds, you get your money back. You set them up for failure. You set them up for failure. And man, that messes with somebody's head because they're going through this journey and maybe they hit 18 pounds, maybe they hit 15, maybe they hit 12 pounds and they didn't make it. Well, they failed. In their mind, they failed. Now, we can argue this fact all day long, but the problem is with our society is nobody wants to admit that take responsibility. So you know they're not going to do it. So what happens is these people who didn't take responsibility for their own actions tell another 5 people, and you have another 100 here making a big cancer in your pool of people here. Now, it's not an endless pool. We have people moving out, moving in. This is not an endless pool of people. So you don't want to damage it too much. So we just damage it again. This is out of one challenge, guys. And so let's go a little bit further in this. Here, you lost your 20 members right here because they didn't get taken care of. They got forgotten about. 20 members times 5, that's another 100 members. That's up here. These are haters. Haters, they are hating on you. They're causing cancer up here. And then again, if you run this thing over and over again, you're gonna get a bad reputation in your community. What I want to do is show you how to actually get a great reputation in your community, to where you're the fitness leader in your community, to where people come to you because they know your integrity, they know what you're about, and they know you're not going to trick them into this. What are the stories? That's what you got to ask yourself. What are the stories that your clients or your past clients are telling out in your community about your business? What are the stories? And if you don't think they're telling good stories, you might want to change the way you run your business. And I'm sorry I'm getting real here, but I'm passionate about this because it pisses me off, and I don't really cuss at all, but it pisses me off that they don't see it and people are being brainwashed this other way. Now, let me show you another alternative method to a different way of looking at things, to where you can actually grow your business, create great stories in your community to where people have heard great things about you and want to be part of your location instead of the bad stuff. So me and Anthony's combined together. He runs a no ad spend 21-day detox program combined with our retention program. And so when I say no ad spend, it's a unique program that he teaches you how to get organic leads out of Facebook without spending a dime. It is your choice if you want to spend money to boost the ads, but if you don't have to. My wife ran that challenge about 6 weeks ago. On her Facebook post on just her wall, was able to get 120 people into a 21-day program with not one dime spent on Facebook. But we won't talk about that. So we're going to go over the same numbers we went over here. So if I'm looking at, we got 100 people into our 21-day detox challenge. Well, first of all, and at $50 a piece, 100 people at $50 a piece, that's $2,500 a month upfront money. And that's not a big amount of money, like it's $15,000 over here, but hey, $2,500, I'm going to take it. And so there's 2 things going on here. One, that it's only a 21-day program, so there's not a lot of time spent here. And then we don't do the one-on-one set downs. That takes up a lot of time. We do group closes. And so we don't have a lot of time because we want to make sure we spend time on our members down here. The time needs to be spent on your core members. Now I'll actually show you how to get your core members actually helping you really facilitate and help you get these people and come along beside these people and make them members. So we want to get our members involved is what we're after here. If they're involved, then they don't have nothing to gripe about. They're part of the solution, right? So we're going to go further. So out of that 50, they come through. We close 30 of them just like we did here. We closed 30 of them at $150 a month at our regular EFT rate, which is $4,500 a month, which is $54,000 a year that we just added to our EFTs. You add those 2 numbers together, that's $56,500. Over here, what do we have? $49,800. So as you can see, long-term effects good. Now, you can argue the fact that you're not going to keep the members long, but you're going to have the same argument on both sides of the table. All right, so let's go deeper than this. And so what happens now is I'm not going to say we have 100% retention. We would love to, but we're never going to have because people move, people get hurt, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to say we lost 10 members because we've increased our retention because we spend more time here. We've got our clients involved. And let's say we lose 10. Well, if you do 10 at $150 a month, that's $18,000 a year. That needs to come off of that. So now we've yielded $38,000 right here that we've yielded for the year. Over here, you've only yielded $13,800. Okay, so that's the numbers. The numbers speak for themselves. So now let's go into what happens here, because this is the most important thing, is your community. And so when these people come through, we had 20 of them right here that didn't move forward this 21-day program. We created a great experience for them. a great experience for them. They didn't move forward. One, they probably couldn't afford it or whatever the reason it is, but their experience was good. So if they tell, you know the saying, if it's a bad experience, they're going to tell 5 people. If it's a good experience, they may tell 3. So we use 3. So they tell 3 people how great their experience was, and they go up here and you have good stuff coming up here, good stuff about your business. Good stuff is what you want. And then we go down here and say, what do we have here? 10 of the people that left our club. They still had good experience. They just left for different reasons. So they're going to be telling their friends, which is good. You have all your members that are happy. They're going to be telling everybody, which is good. So we have really held our integrity right here, and that way we don't damage our funnel. You kill your funnel right here. Kill it. Over time, this will kill your business. Over time, this is very important that you get in your community. And part of my retention program, I show you how to get in this community, become the authority in your community, so you can have an everlasting organic program to where you're just funneling people in all the time as they love what you're doing. So I hope that doesn't offend anybody. I hope it opens some eyes. I know there's going to be some people who disagree, which is fine. That's okay. You don't have to totally agree with me. But this is just what I see. And I don't know if I said this earlier, but I was talking to, it's been recorded this thing like twice already, but I was talking to a person I worked with about a year ago. And at that time, I was able to get her up to 140 members. She started doing pretty well and had it going on. And I hadn't talked to her in about a year. And so I reached out to her to see how she was doing. And she said, yeah, I'm sitting at 150 members. I said, all right, good. So what's going on? What happened last year? She said, well, I run 6 challenges. I said, cool. How many people do you yield per challenge into your membership? She said, about 30 to 50. I said, okay. I said, do you see a problem? Because she started with 140 members, and she has 150 now, and she run over 200 people within her club, probably 250 within her program in the last year, and only yielded 10 clients. So that's what's happening, guys. And you can believe me. You don't have to believe me. Fast forward this 6 months from now, you're going to see what I'm talking about. Guys, if you want something different, something that is going to be long-lasting, one that's going to not cost you so much money up front, and one that's going to stick, just reach out to us. Click the link below. Me or Anthony will get with you and walk you through this program and talk to you the ins and outs and see where we can meet you and help you with your needs. Guys, again, I want to thank you for jumping on. This has just been weighing on me. This is not a sales presentation. I really want to help. And it just kills me to see clubs go down. And there's so many ways to prevent it. And we don't need to lose sight on our people. It's the most important thing. Our staff, our clients, we want to spend time with them, and our community here. And that's going to be the way you grow your business, okay? You don't build your business, you build people, and they build your business, okay? And I want to teach you how to build people to help them build your business. All right, guys, peace out. I love you. God bless, and have a very, very blessed week, month, year. We'll talk to you soon.